Hey everyone, I'm here today with a book haul. This is kind of my Christmas book haul, but I'm just getting around to recording it now. Yeah. These are all books that I accumulated over Christmas. Either I got them as gifts or I went out and purchased them myself. Sorry this is so late since Christmas was like a month ago and I'm just getting to this now. But yeah, some things kind of came up. I always say that and I always have lame excuses, but it did. Sorry I never posted my booktubeathon wrap-up. I had recorded it. As you can see, I'm in better definition. I got a new camera, so I had recorded it with this camera and then I tried to transfer the files onto my computer and they deleted off my camera and didn't go on my computer, so I did not have time to re-record it since I recorded that the day before, actually the night before, like at midnight, the night before I went back up to school, and so I did not have time to re-record it. And now I don't have the books with me, so it's just a huge problem. I'm just going to go ahead and do my book haul really quick. I got quite a few books, so let's get started. The first book I got is The Monsterologist by Ricky Yancey, and I actually went ahead and I got the whole series. So I also got The Curse of the Wendigo and The Isles of Blood, all by Ricky Yancey, and I'm really excited that I got the whole series so I can go ahead and read them all back to back. And I've heard nothing but fantastic things about this series, so I'm really excited and I've been wanting these for a long time and I'm very happy that I finally have my hands on them. The next book I got is also a part of a series and it is Now You See Me by S.J. Bolton. I don't know much about the series. I just read the synopsis of it a long time ago and it sounded really interesting, and what actually drew my attention to this book was the cover, not this cover. This is the American cover or the US cover. But the overseas, European, I'm not exactly sure what country's cover was really nice, and that actually was what drew my attention to it. But this is actually a horror thriller killer book, if that's what you call them. Mainly it's about, wow, I just said about really weird. There is my Minnesotan accent for you. I always say I don't have a Minnesotan accent. I guess I do because I just said about so Minnesotan. That was really bad. The book is actually set in the times after Jack the Ripper, and it is about kind of like a copycat murders that are starting to happen, and it is set in London, and it's about a detective who finds this body of a girl washed up on the river, and it's mutilated and it's disgusting, and so she is set to find out who the killer is, and more of these murders start happening more frequently. He is now charging after the detective, Lacey Flint, and he is bringing up all these secrets about her and this past that she does not want to remember. And so mainly she's just trying to solve the murders that are happening and find out who this killer is. This is a series. I'm not sure how many books there are in it. I know the second book is out. I'm not sure about the third. I think it is going to be 3 books or more. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I'm really excited to read this, and I've not heard anything about this in the booktube community or whatever, so I will probably do a review on it and let you guys know what I thought about it, and yeah. The next book I actually got from my friend for Christmas as a gift, and I was too interested in it and I really wanted to read it that I had to go out and buy it for myself, and that is Asylum by Madeline Rue. I hope I'm saying that right. Mainly this one is about a boy who gets invited to this gifted students camp in the summer, and the dorm, when he gets there, the dorms that he was originally supposed to stay in were closed, so now they are staying in an old abandoned asylum, and him and his new friends go into the basement and they start uncovering all these secrets and this dark history about this asylum. So I am really excited about this because I love horror books. I love anything about to do with asylums, and I've never really read a book that is actually good that had to do with asylums, so I'm really hoping that this turns out to be very good. The next book I got is Bang by Lisa McMahon. This is the second book in the Crash series, or the Visions trilogy, Visions series, I don't know. Anyways, the first book, Crash, is about a girl who sees visions, and she sees this boy that she likes. She sees a vision of him dying, and so she's trying to figure out where it is, where it's happening, what's going on, and what it involves and everything. And so she's trying to solve this with her visions to save him, and yeah, and so this is the second book in the series. And I mean, the first book wasn't my favorite, but I wanted to continue the series, and I mean, the covers are really pretty, and so are the spines, so I just had to continue it. And I'm excited to see it, and hopefully it picks up a little bit because I was not happy with how the first book ended. So I'm hoping that it picks up and gets better. The next book I got is Unsold by Neil Shusterman, and this is the third book in the Unwind Dystology. There's 4 books in the series, and this is the third one. This is my absolute favorite series, and it took me forever to get this book, and it makes me very, very sad. But I am so happy that I finally have it, and I cannot wait to read it. If you've not read this series, you need to go pick it up now because it is fantastic, and I love it so much. The next book I went ahead and I got the second book in the Mara Dyer series, and this is The Evolution of Mara Dyer. I read The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer a long time ago. I read the first book maybe like a year ago, so it's been quite a while, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have to reread that one before I can reread this one. But it took me forever to get this one because I wanted to get it on paperback because I had the first book in paperback, and I like my series to match. So I'm excited to read this. I really enjoyed the first book. I just don't know how much I'm going to have to remember from that book, so I'm probably going to have to reread the first one before I can reread this one. The next book I got is House by Frank Peretti and Ted Dekker. I do not know much about this book. All I know is really it's a house that once you go in, to get back out, you must play the killer's deadly game, and it is mainly a bunch of rules that are on a tin can that gets thrown into the house, and you have to follow those rules and finish the game in order to get out. I'm really excited about this. I heard it's a quite creepy, scary thriller one, so I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to read this one. I don't know anything about this book. It's actually a bind-up, and it's called Shadow Falls, the beginning, and it has Born at Midnight and Awake at Dawn. And inside this book, so there's 2 in 1, and it's by C.C. Hunter, and I don't know anything about this one. I don't know really anything about it. I'm excited to read it. Next book I got was The Edge of Never by J.A. Reademarsky. Oh yeah, I butchered that. I don't really know much about this one either. It's a romance, and I don't read many romances, so I figured I should give it a go. This is one of the new adult genre romances, so I guess I'm excited to see how that genre is and how it goes, but yeah. And I think the second book just came out in this one, but I'm not sure, but I'm excited to read it. The book I got was The Yard by Alex Grecian. My cousin went ahead and got this one time when we went to Barnes & Noble together, and she got it, and it sounded interesting, but I didn't really want to pay the full price for it. And then we ended up going to Goodwill, and I found a hardback copy of it in perfect condition for $2. So I definitely snatched that up. This one is another horror mystery kind of killer thriller book. It's about Jack the Ripper. I guess I picked a lot of books that have to do with Jack the Ripper, but this one actually has to do with him set in London and kind of just his murders, and it's just kind of like a different take on it, and about a detective who's trying to solve the murders and the copycats that are now erupting from Jack the Ripper. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm excited to see how this one is. I also have not heard anything about this one or heard anyone review it or anything, so maybe I will post a review about this one as soon as I read it. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.